You are idling at a red light, and instead of a smooth, quiet rumble, your entire car starts aggressively shaking, the engine stumbles heavily when you try to accelerate, and that terrifying check engine light starts violently flashing right in your face. A flashing malfunction light is your car screaming for immediate attention. And if you plug in a code reader, pulling a P0308 diagnostic trouble code means your engine computer has detected a severe misfire specifically isolated to cylinder number 8. A misfire simply means that the precise combination of air, fuel, and spark required to create a clean explosion inside that specific cylinder is failing to happen, turning your powerful V8 engine into a sluggish, shaking mess. Because cylinder 8 is usually tucked way back against the firewall in the engine bay, it is notorious for getting totally neglected during routine maintenance because it is incredibly hard to reach. The absolute most common culprit for an isolated misfire like this is a completely worn-out spark plug or a failing ignition coil pack that is too weak to jump the spark gap. If your ignition components are older and you cannot remember the last time they were changed, your best starting point is to simply pull that coil pack and spark plug out for a thorough visual inspection. If the ceramic on the plug is cracked, heavily coated in black carbon soot, or if the metal electrode is completely burned away, swapping in fresh ignition components will usually fix the stumble immediately. A great old-school mechanic trick is to take the ignition coil from cylinder 8 and swap it over to a completely different cylinder, clear the computer codes, and take the car for a hard test drive. If the misfire code follows the bad coil to the new cylinder, you know exactly what electrical part failed. However, if you have brand new spark plugs and coils and cylinder 8 is still completely dead, you have to start looking at fuel delivery and mechanical health. A clogged fuel injector that refuses to spray, a massive vacuum leak near the intake manifold runner, or even a completely burned exhaust valve bleeding off all your cylinder compression will cause this exact same code. You also need to pay close attention to what is coming out of your tailpipe. If you notice a horrible, harsh rotten egg smell choking you at the rear of the car, your unburned fuel from the misfiring cylinder is getting dumped straight into the exhaust system and actively melting down the precious metals inside your catalytic converter. A dead cylinder is definitely not something you can just ignore and drive through, so track down that missing spark or fuel pressure before it leaves you completely stranded on the side of the road.